Hi, and welcome to my video blog on Dr. Laura, Why She Ain't So Bad. Now, I know a lot of people don't like Dr. Laura, and you may not even know who she is, so I suggest you go to her website. Maybe you can listen a little bit. You know, when I first heard Dr. Laura, I thought she was an abusive bee, so I never listened to her. Then a few years later, I was assaulted and started getting treatment and was in counseling and had a job and blah blah. Anyway, I ended up starting listening to her. She wasn't so bad now, and so I started listening to her regularly, and you know, she was much better. And one day she explained that the reason she sounds like such a bee sometimes is because some radio stations speed up her voice, speed up the tape so they can get more commercials in, and I could see, you know, where that makes a difference, and she did sound different. So I think when I first heard her, they were speeding her up. Plus, I didn't understand where she was coming from. So anyway, I was listening to her and liking her pretty well. Everything was going pretty good. I realized you can't solve people's problems in 20 seconds, and you don't know the whole story and all that, but the one thing that really bugged me about her, and I don't know if she's changed because I haven't heard her lately, but whenever anyone would call in about their daughter being pregnant, she'd be pretty ugly about it and say, well, you know, she's going to go get knocked up and blah, 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 and she's 16 or whatever. And I think that's really rude, because sometimes there has been a crime committed, and that's why the girl ended up pregnant. It happened in our family where a cousin was raped, and she had passed out, and she was raped, and she got pregnant. And you know, when a crime's committed on somebody and then you end up pregnant, it's pretty doggone hard, and I think that's really rude, especially at age 16 and whatnot, when you're embarrassed and you don't, I mean, a lot of victims are embarrassed about rape. They don't want to talk about it or you know, say that's what happened, and I just don't think you should beat up on them for being pregnant. But anyway, okay, that's a whole nother rant. Okay, so here's the story that I felt totally redeemed Dr. Laura. This lady calls in, and she had an 11-year-old stepson, and in an earlier call she explained to Dr. Laura that the stepson was molesting a younger child in the house, a younger boy. And so Dr. Laura had told her, you need to report him to the authorities. And the lady's like, no, I mean, it's terrible. He's 11. What does he know? And Dr. Laura's like, you need to report him. Well, you know, there again, Dr. Laura sounded kind of not nice to me. But the lady was calling back to say, I did. I finally did. I turned him in, and they found out who was molesting the 11-year-old. And that guy was in jail. And now the 11-year-old was getting treatment for his victimization, and probably the 4-year-old too. But anyway, how cool is that? So see? And I've reached through some of Dr. Laura's books, and they're really good. And on her website, she has the Reading Corner, and there's a lot of great books there too that I'd never seen anywhere else. So didn't even know to look for them. So that's why I say Dr. Laura ain't so bad.